Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the Athearn Genesis HO scale FP45 locomotive. This is equipped with Tsunami 2, a dual DC and DCC decoder, so you can operate it in either version, and that beautiful Santa Fe scheme. This is a fall 2025 release, so it should be hitting shelves right about now. Let's see what this model entails after a word from our sponsors.
Many of the products you see in this video are available at trainworld.com. Since 1968, this family-owned business has been serving the needs of the modeling community with 2 New York brick-and-mortar store locations in Brooklyn and Long Island, plus their vast array of online items. Shop 24/7 at trainworld.com.
All right, so we slide this off and lift the box. Inside, Athearn news flyer, FP45 manual, the Athearn Genesis exploded parts diagram. So you can see there's almost 200 parts listed there, or over 200 parts, 237 to be exact. So these Athearn Genesis locomotives are very detailed. You have the manual, which is nice blue and gold. It is over 18 pages of information. You have your warranty information, typically a year as long as you don't void it. DCC and sound, configuration variables. You've got your function listing, prime mover listing. In case you wanted to see all the functions, there they are. And then here's another form with a little sheet with the 1-year limited warranty from Horizon. And inside, the model itself, still foam packaging with your plastic hard case and your soft plastic, it looks like, protecting the model from scrapes from that hard case. And then just like that, the model is out of the box. Alright, Santa Fe on the front here. You have some finely detailed windshield wipers, separately applied grabs, sand filler hatch, headlight which is LEDs, you have MU stands, and you have accessory hoses down there below the anti-climber McHenry coupler, which is the Athearn branded coupler. Up top, air conditioning unit on the roof, an antenna stand, actually 2 separate antenna stands. You'll be able to see the other one on the other end. There's cab interior detail, including the control stand. On the bottom trucks, you can see, as you look closely, the detail on those trucks, including actuators, brake actuators. And you can also see there is some plumbing there in front of the fuel tank, jacking pad, your stirrups for crew entry into the cab door, which has nice bolt detail in the mold here, and even a little door latch. As we work our way towards the center, you have the emergency shutoff for the fuel tank, your dynamic brake fan grill area, your dustbin hatches up top. You have portholes for access to the prime mover, maintenance access, etc. See Santa Fe on the side and all this compartment detail with doors and just where the sheet metals welded together along the side. Radiator fan grills on the rear have a see-through aspect to them. And on the rear of the locomotive, lots of separately applied grabs, the rear light, another crew access door with portholes, more MU receptacles there, and more of the same in terms of silver tipped ends, accessory hoses, and your brake line hose with a nice little angular fixed position there. On this side, more of the same, really, of what we went over. You've got your other side of the fuel tank, which does not have, still has an emergency shutoff, so you can have access to both sides, but not as much prominent detail there. Your horn is right in aft of the dynamic brake fan section area. And you can even see the fine lift ring detail. Again, dustbin hatch. Here's your other antenna stand. As you can see, they are separate. So up here you can see those two antenna stands are separate. And some conduit for the air conditioning on this roof. You got your wind deflectors. Really nice detail on the cab windows with that silver lining. Battery box door detail, latches, US flag there on the side as well. Then we're back to the front. So that gives you a good 360 of this model. Let's continue with some testing. I know you guys like to see weight, not just on the quick stats, but in person sometimes. Is it a trust issue? Do you not trust me? No, I'm just kidding. I'm happy to show things to you as I get feedback. 753 grams, 1 pound, 10 ounces. That's a little over 1.5 pounds, so pretty good weight on this. And that is one improvement Athearn's been working on in the last few years, is weight. And it's a hefty locomotive for sure. Alright, with Tsunami 2, simply applying track power will start up the prime mover and the sounds and the engine operation, so let's do that now. Right, there's your startup sequence. We will go through some sounds here, starting with the bell. Here's the horn. Short horn. Can't help myself but finish the grade crossing sequence. F5 and 6 are lighting effects we may have to look at in the dark. F7 is dimmer and cab chatter. So it really does both. I think that's the first time I'm seeing that. 9 is alternate mixer, which is halves the volume. You can just hit 9 again to go back. 10 is straight to 8 and sander valve. I hear the sander valve. I don't know if moving it. So I've got dynamic brakes on here too. Yeah, when moving, straight to 8 is F10. When stopped, it's the sander valve. So you can get a listen to that for a second. Also see it operates pretty smoothly. Genesis drives have always pretty smooth operators. A little bit of lurching going on. And we're going to hit 10 again. Get that back to normal. Prime mover notch 1. 2, it's really smoothed out. 1, there's a little bit of lurching. Not too terrible. Just had to change the batteries in my NC Pro cab here, but what we have now after the straight to 8 is bunch of brake set and brake release. There's a couple uncouple on F13. There's F15, which is handbrake, F14, which is the half-speed and momentum override. But let's do F15. F17 is fuel loading sequence. Subtle sounds, but realistic. 18's general service. '19 straight to idle. 20's steam generator or auxiliary HE power generator on and off. 16 is HEP mode on and off, which I failed to cover. So that turns up the prime mover to generate power. It's HEP stands for head-in power. F23 is all aboard, or coach doors. Let's see here. 24 is a lighting effect, which 25 is also a lighting effect. '26 engine RPM notch up, 27 notch down. So those are the functions. We're just double checking the lighting effects. Although there's several functions listed for lighting effects, all I see is directional headlights. So we're just going to move on to slow speed control. There's one speed step out of 128, and I will grab the Athearn 2 speedometer. As we adjust over here to the Athearn 2, a little different angle than you usually see, but the model will enter. It is already set to 120 or to HO scale in miles per hour. Status light shows up in kilometers per hour, but that's just the status light showing that it's reading. So in HO scale and miles per hour, it's 1.3 scale miles per hour at one speed step out of 128. So pretty smooth and pretty close to 1 scale mile an hour. So it's going to crawl along pretty well. If you wanted a top-down view, here's a closer look at the roof. But what we're doing here is a pull test. So I'm going to move this forward and hold the meter here. Pretty good pull test. 4.2. It's going to pull over 60 freight cars very easily. Probably closer to 65. And I've done some real life testing with the pull meter, and usually my estimates are also conservative, so those are on the low end. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the FP45 from Athearn HO scale. Recent release. I'm going to leave you with a run by. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for your long support in 16 years now of product reviews. We'll see you next time right here on the channel. Take care.